Hello! In this segment, we'll be looking at one of the, if not the, greatest Rolling Thunder finish ever. Note how throughout the course of this bout, there is an initial skill difference between these two. The way the cross-tattoo fighter strings together his combinations is a thing of beauty. Jab, cross, lead hook to the body. Note what happens after he lands the lead hook. It forces the fighter with the red on his shorts to put his weight onto his lead leg. What does this translate to? Red cannot check the kick. Cross-tattooed fighter framed after the lead hook thus lands a beautiful leg kick, finishing the combination. That's a high-level striking combo. Lead hook, then finishing with a powerful low kick. It also helps mitigate potential follow-up, as it's really hard to generate a meaningful return from your legs in the moment they just got blasted. This is a common combination used this fight to set up the low kick. That said, Cross is controlling the fight. In terms of skill and understanding, there does appear to be a notable difference. The moment he sees the flinch, he enters the space to counter with a spinning back fist, blasting his opponent to the canvas. Bracing for the low kick, seeing it a second time, he once again spins to counter with a back fist. The lead hand goes to peel guard, which makes entry for an uppercut. As Red leaves the space to escape the flurry, watch how Cross once again looks to connect with a low kick. This time though, he landed with the foot against shin. That could not have felt too good for his foot, but for the most part you can tell Cross is reading the fight. He's not swinging aimlessly. Instead, he has a reason for every technique he throws based upon notes he's making of his opponent. That's where this comes in. Making note of the tendency to enter with guard, flying knee to the body, boom! Mental alchemy brushes it all off. Cross seems to be getting the better end of the exchanges, except here it's very difficult to generate respect off the back foot. You have to set your feet before striking. One way to do so is to circle out towards lateral, which means you are no longer fighting against backward momentum to the same degree. And also, you can now harness that lateral momentum into the rotation of your strike. You see this here, forced backwards. Red shifts stance as he circles up for footing. The result is a beautiful slip overhand from his new lead. Watch as well how his shoulder rolls the shot as it connected first. This time you see Red still being forced back. He braces for the incoming knee before tying up. Popped with a cross. Much of it was mitigated. Cross rolls and weaves the fire. He sees it all coming a mile away. But now again, his clinch knee was braced for as well. Again, spinning back fist, but this time, something has changed. Red has made a note of the repeat use of this technique. Much of the strength of a spinning technique is attributed to its element of surprise. Catching your opponent with novelty, with the edge of having significantly more power than a normal technique. But what happens when a spinning technique is used too frequently? It becomes like a haymaker with an even bigger telegraph. Thus, your opponent will not only start to see it coming, worse, they may start to get a feel for the timing of the technique. Red, he trusts he can bait it out by moving backwards. The moment he saw his opponent turning his shoulder off that feint, it was the moment he threw his own left shoulder towards the canvas, not only effectively ducking the back fist, but watch, also generating momentum, force for his rolling thunder. Add the fact his opponent was flailing into space. Boom. Medulla oblongata, the lights, had no choice but to go out. This was an example of Flash getting countered by Flash here, but it also leads us to an even deeper understanding. The higher the risk, the higher the reward. This is an understanding we can all learn from regardless of arena. The more comfortable we are with the uncomfortable, with risk, the more potential leverage we have for ourselves. You think that dude sliding into that girl's DMs is gonna have a high success rate. It's too easy to do what he's doing. There isn't as much of his ego involved. He keeps asking for Bob for some reason. She doesn't know who Bob is. Who is this Bob they keep asking for? That's just it. The kick was not luck. He clearly practiced a high-risk, high-reward technique. until he could throw it effectively. Boom. As a result, all he needed was the right window and a feel for its timing to become confident with risk, but at the same time to be careful not to abuse or lose respect for the repercussions of risk. That is the exact story we saw playing out in this fight. Till that end, thank you to both of these men for this lesson. If you like more from me, please subscribe and hit the notifications. Thank you if you did. It truly does mean a lot to me. Thank you. Smash the like button if you enjoyed. It's good karma, and until next time, peace.